Now, it's been a few weeks since Betty Bayo passed away. We did see her funeral. We saw how her friends came through. She has really and truly been such an impactful personality in the industry, in the Kenyan space, inspired so many people. So when she passed away, we felt wronged, rightfully so, because it was such a steal, to be honest, because what do you mean Betty Bayo? Unproblematic, gospel musician, very true to her path. It was crazy. But what was even crazier is all of these controversies that are coming with her passing away. From custody troubles, because Pastor Kanyare, who is the father of her children, also wants custody of the children. At the same time, he's not quite sure how to broach the subject with one Tash, who was either legally or customarily married to one Betty Bayo. So there's been that back and forth of who gets custody of the children, who is now in charge of these children, where do they live. We even saw a while back Pastor Kanyare talking to his congregants in front of his church. I'm like, kwani church kunanga ma testimony? It's the pastor's personal life, because he went on a rant talking about how he doesn't know how to ask for the custody of his children. He goes to visit his children. Apparently they upheld the custody agreement that was there when Betty Bayo was alive. So he gets visitation rights. He gets to hang out with his children. Nobody has denied him access of the kids. He still has 100% full access to his children whenever he wants, wherever he wants. He gets to see his children come through for them. So he was talking about how even when he goes to visit the children, he's trying to read the vibe. He's trying to see, does Sky want to come with me? Does the little Denny want to come with me? Want to come home with me? Are they comfortable here? Are they happy here? And the whole time, all I'm thinking is, there must be legal channels to address all of this. Why are we discussing this with members of the public? If you want custody of the children, petition the court. Why are you involving us? Why has it become such a huge thing, such a debacle, a spectacle, when you could have just gone to court? Now, it would seem that it's not only Pastor Kanyare and her husband who are having problems when it comes to Betty Bayo, because Betty Bayo's mother has actually come out to give her side of the story. And according to her, she thinks it is very suspicious that Betty Bayo got ill and passed away within the time frame of 1 year. Now, there have been speculations about physical assaults in the marriage. There have been speculations about she was not being treated well in the family. There are questions about, was it a head injury that prompted all of these other diseases that followed thereafter? And I'm still asking the same question. Why are you bringing it to the internet? To see Betty Bayo's mom on a live stream with another lady who's interviewing her, not knowing what the intentions are, to see Betty Bayo's mother crying because she doesn't know the genesis of her daughter's illness. She says she finds it strange that, they were told it was cancer, and 1 week later she had passed away. What form of cancer takes somebody away in 1 year? And while I do understand the frustrations of the mother, even the mother going ahead and saying that, Tash is not her legal husband, so he's not entitled to Betty Bayo's property, her money, even saying that Pastor Kanyare should petition the courts very quickly and get custody of his children and go and secure all the documents. And I'm just like, why are you so removed from your child's life? There are more questions than answers when it comes to this story, but it is so heartbreaking to see, an old lady crying on the internet because of her daughter. Now, she's asking for an exhumation of Betty Bayo's body so that they can get the root cause of said disease. And I'm just like, this must be so traumatizing for the children. If it was, asking for an autopsy before she died, that's a whole other case. That's granted. Girl, do you. You're entitled to it as a family. But after the funeral, after she is dead and buried, y'all want to exhume the body to what ends? You know, what is this big case that cannot be solved without necessarily exhuming the body? We have seen several personalities come out and chime into the conversation. We had Millie Chabi saying, oh no, poor Betty. We had somebody by the name Gloria saying, jamani, mtu akijua vile postmortem hufanyiwa haezi taka mtu wao afanyiwe hivyo. Other people questioning, what if the results of your postmortem reveal that she actually did pass away from the cause of death that was provided? What then? You have now taken the family through this very traumatizing ordeal. This is money spent. Somebody else saying that some of us have really suffered emotionally. We just need to rest. We just don't want to talk about this anymore. A few other people raising the question, saying the timing of Betty's mother is very questionable, as an injunction pre-burial would have spared the family and the children the trauma. Rest in peace. Exactly. An injunction of the burial would have saved us all of this drama and say, hey, before she is buried, can you give us the results? Can you tell us exactly why and what is happening? So a few people are questioning the motives of the family, wanting to figure out the cause of death after she has been buried. A few people are questioning the motives between having custody of the children. Remember, there was money that was disbursed for the betterment of the children. So there have been a lot of questions, a lot of tug and war. My personal advice to all of you involved is solve it, between yourselves. Stop bringing in the public. Pastor Kanyare, there's absolutely no need to bring in your congregation. They're not going to help you. There's no need to bring it to TikTok. We're not going to help you. If you want it done, go to court. Petition the courts. Do it the right way. Stop trying to sway public opinion. We honestly and truly do not care. I mean, it's entertaining news, but do we have the means to help you? No. So it's really sad to see how this is playing out. We do, wish love and light to the family, to her children, that they may be spared of all of this drama, unfolding.